Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. You all remember that I brought a video like a few days back about Joe Biden saying that making a move that he's saying that he will never ever send money to Israel for arms or something if they invade Rafah or something, if they invade Rafah because Israel were planning to on doing that. So I was like, you all remember that I was kind of complimenting and like, commending him for being brave enough to do something like that. And I am like, why did he wait for so long to make that move? Because this is something he would have done longer time ago. Trust me, I just woke up yesterday to kind of see something that isn't, I don't know if this is real because I tried to like, and it is true. I Googled and saw it like all over. And Joe Biden is actually making moves forward on giving Israel 1 billion in new arms for Israel. Like, he is going to, they're making already move for 1 billion US dollars for Israel. And I am asking, why is it that they are sending all this money to them? I remember that they already said that a war on Israel is a war on United States and all that, right? But the people that you all are sending all this money to have universal basic health care means that they actually care about their own citizen. At least they are smart enough to know that their citizen deserves better health care. But the people sending this money to the other people do not have any brain. Let's get into this.
Breaking news. Okay, here's some midday updates. Yeah, it's one of them kind of days. So if you haven't already seen the words behind me, Biden sent that money in. Yep, sent it right over to Israel because they getting their ass whooped by Hezbollah right now, and Biden know that Yemen definitely finna join in at some point. So they sent that money in over to Israel. I guess the breaking news should be breaking news. We were right yet again. Yet again, the Biden administration proves to us that this entire time they've been putting on their best Emmy award performance. Okay, they really was going for that Oscar, but they was giving Emmy energy because you didn't really fully sell it, but we all knew that she was sending more money over to Israel. If you're gonna be anything, be for real. The administration notifies Congress of a large arms package after withholding shipment of bombs last week. So yeah. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna try to be disrespectful in this one. What? Godiva not being disrespectful? Yes, because baby, I need all my blessings. And judging by the way that things are going right now, like I don't want to be linked to none of y'all what y'all got going on. I need all my blessings. So what I will say is though, this is some real crusty booty shit to do. As Biden is sending over $1 billion for Israel to continue to bomb them babies in Rafah and all of the Gaza Strip, and for all the settlers to keep attacking all the Palestinians in East Jerusalem, Bibi decided to go ahead and drop this picture of what they want the Gaza Strip to look like. Now, this is like the third different type of drawing that they've come up with. They did the condos. They've done another mock-up of this, but it looks slightly different than this. So like a little bit more like utopian, like weird dystopian utopian. And that's kind of how the dystopian utopia thing came up. It was off of one of these drawings. And they just released this again. All right, so the plans are by 2035, they should have everything pretty much wrapped up and ready for a colonizer's wet dream. Everything that you could ask for sitting right miraculously on the heart of that oil that they struck in the Gaza Strip. Go configure. This was about oil the entire time. Yeah, we fucking know. We've known this entire time. Like we said, you're not good at lying. You're also not good at hiding shit. It was like, y'all forgot that this entire generation was raised on the ID channel and Netflix docuseries. I'm not sure why y'all thought y'all was going to get away with this and we wasn't going to dig. Because we be digging. Digging, honey. We going to get up in your business. Oh, and for those of y'all that didn't know, Saudi Arabia and the UAE is supposed to be helping them do this. If this looks familiar in architecture, that is because It is modeled after none other than the United Emirates. Yeah, it's starting to connect, isn't it? Here's a closer look. Yup, it's starting to look a little familiar, ain't it? In addition to that, Egypt decided that they were going to make true on their promises to charge criminally any pro-Palestinian protesters that they find in Egypt, and they most certainly did. How you gonna join the case against Israel and then still charge people criminally for protesting against the same thing that you're going to help South Africa do? Or at least you sent them over requests so that you could do this. But I'm certain that once they see that y'all did this bullshit, they're going to say, hell no. We don't want you nowhere near this case. Stay at home. Use a op. There's some secret animosity going on in the White House. Don't ask us why. Y'all know why. It's because of the genocide going on in Palestine. Basically, some of the people don't agree, and the Biden administration don't agree with the way that Biden been running things. And some people are like, well, we like the way things have been going. And they decided to go ahead and quit. So they did like a mass, like, okay, I'm just going ahead and walk out. We're good. So there's some strife growing across the U.S. government as Washington continues to assert support for Israel is ironclad. So obviously, one of the things that America pretty much, or I want to say the government officials, not in particular, not the Senate in particular, but like governors and like lower level government people, like they like having power and being able to say and do what they want to do with their own selves and like govern their own, they like the idea of having power. Now, though, if you line their pockets, they'll do what you want them to do to a fault. But once you start getting all up in the nitty gritty of the bid not eat, and like you trying to talk to them from across the sea, and you getting in like your hairs is getting crossed with their hairs, and because they got them stuff, their state laws and all that stuff, they start talking to one another and they start saying, hold up. What you doing? Because you doing too much. You got too much dip on your chip. So my best guess is some people upstairs also, in addition to the people in the Biden administration that are like, listen, I think it's time for us to pull out because it's getting bad out there and this is just not going the way we thought it was going to go. There's also, public politicians that are feeling like, wait a minute, because what you mean I gotta listen to what you say? You is not my boss. I can do whatever I want to do. So yeah, it's some secret animosity growing behind the scenes. They're still not a united front. And baby, it ain't just in the White House, because even in Jabalia, as the IOF soldiers are there, they're saying that they're basically having to go yet again into Jabalia and get their bus bank, knowing that there's no strategy whatsoever. Meanwhile, Hamas is literally playing whack-a-mole with these IOF soldiers because of what they're doing to the Palestinians. So it's really at the point right now where things are looking a little crazy. They're back in their suppressing fire stage, if that makes sense. They're back in their suppressing fire. We're just going to keep pow everywhere until people back up. And that's basically what their strategy is. We're just going to keep running up in hoods. We're going to keep running up in neighborhoods, in camps, and we're just going to suppress fire. We're just going to air strike and it's literally just suppressing fire everywhere. Okay? All up and through the Gaza Strip, because right now, Bibi has to pretty much show that he can get things to a certain point that they hoped it would be by now. And everybody's side-eyeing him and Jody Joe right now. So it's not looking too good in the hood. Also, did y'all catch this distraction 5 days ago? The Biden administration passed a law that medical debt cannot be a part of your credit score. What does this have to do with what I'm talking about right now? Everything. They tend to do stuff like this when they need us to look away and have a conversation about something that in their minds they think is like something that'll distract us from what's going on. This feels like one of those things. You've always had the power to do this, and you guys said that you would do this years ago, 4 years ago to be exact. Why now, of all times, are you doing this? Let me guess. Steal a bunch of money from the country that you're supposed to be giving their taxes back to in, correct amount. Tax them and create just nothing but a two-class system, right? Literally up the charges on every single med after poisoning people for decades, right? Put them in so much debt up to their eyeballs that they can't even get from under that. Even if they wanted to skip out of the country, they can't. And then back them into a corner when it comes to a two-party system, in addition to a genocide that you yourself inflicted on, well, I'm sorry, several genocides, my bad, girl. Gotta make sure I know y'all work for real. Back us into a corner so that we have no other choice but to choose you after being forced into debt with the same medical care that we've been getting for decades. No improvements. In fact, the mortality rate has been increasing, and so has the prices and the bills. Yeah, it's just another distraction, babe. We're good. Honestly, we weren't gonna pay those bills anyways. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That was gonna sit, honey. Get in line, cause there is a long line. But okay, America, y'all really don't seem like y'all on the same page.
So this is all I got from this, and you all can all see what it's going on. I mean, just a few days ago, I actually reported that Joe Biden actually said that he is no longer sending any money to Israel, only to wake up again to find out that he is already on his moves forward on 1 billion in new arm for Israel. Man, there are some things you see and you don't even know where to even start. This one is like, I don't know if I am in shock. But just like, yesterday, he said, I ain't sending anything anymore. And today again, already $1 billion. And this is actually people's tax money. I mean, I am really tired of waking up and seeing things like this, and at the same time trying to also remind you all that it's all your tax money, and that the people that they are sending all this to have all the things that they need to make their life better, and they are trying so hard or as much as they can to make their lives better because they actually value themselves. I don't know how, but the citizen is kind of their priority, because for somebody to have a universal basic health care means that they cannot care about their citizens and all that. But the people providing them with all the arms and everything and all that, the money, the money, you all remember from since last year to this very moment, you know how much that has been sent out to them until this very moment. And the latest one is like, look at the one they are planning already to also give out. And a lot of people cannot afford to pay their medical bills, and some are still in debt over something like, over probably hospital bills and all that. I don't know where to even start from, but this is really kind of crazy, because I say it like it's like a layman, because I don't know how you are going to be, footing other people's bill or making life better for other people, but your own people are not like, doing up. I'm not saying they are not like, yours is like one of the, but what I'm saying is that the people that are supposed to also be enjoying their tax money and all that, are not even enjoying it. Rather, they're giving the money away for other people to enjoy. So I think the citizens deserves better, And anyways, you all remember there was a time I brought about something about universal basic health care, and how they do not want, especially people that look like me, to have universal basic health care, because they feel like, that we are going to benefit a whole lot out of it. Make this make sense, because it is not making sense to me. See you all in my next video, and let me know what you all think. Bye for now.